Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for May 27th, 28th, and 29th, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now, this is just the introduction. It will be on all of the readings. So if you want to go to your reading, individual reading, just go to the timestamp below. It will bypass everything in the introduction, if it works right. Anyway, I will be using my Radley Valentine, my Angel Tarot deck. I will use my John Holland Psychic Tarot deck, and I will pull one from Emily Anderson Crystal deck. That will be for all of the main readings. For this overview of what's going on in the universe per se, we're going to use my Waite Rider Traditional Tarot and my, one day I will remember your full name, Colette Baron Reed, the Good Tarot. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy. Just remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. I'm an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power, to God, Holy Spirit, and whatever comes through, I ask that those be the words of Holy Spirit, higher power. Now, let's go on. What's going on with the planets? There's not a whole lot of movement. We have Venus is going into Taurus, so that's interesting in itself. That will be Venus, where are you, Venus? Venus will be going into Taurus on the 28th. It will be leaving Aries energy. Now, Mars is still in Aries, so that's interesting. So Venus is kind of playing a little catch me if you can. Also trying to get a little bit with relationships, get a little bit more earthy, more grounded with the relationships. On the 30th, we do have a new moon that will be in Gemini, and that will be 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So this starts new cycles. We still do have the passion and the really strong energies from our Scorpio full moon. So that's still pushing forward. But Gemini is going to have you thinking a little bit sharper. Okay. Scorpio has the passion. Scorpio doesn't like lies. Scorpio wants what Scorpio wants. But Gemini is a little craftier. Gemini is a little bit, just a little bit smarter than, I shouldn't say smarter than Scorpios, not that at all, but just smarter in how Gemini plays whatever the game is, okay? So, Scorpio is feeling lots of feelings here. It's very strong. I feel this. I want this. And Gemini is going to use that and for the benefit of whatever is working with Gemini energies, okay? New cycle, new beginnings. Now, the one thing is that there's not a whole lot of stuff going on. We do have Mercury that's retrograde in Taurus, so we do have Mercury in Taurus and Venus in Taurus, so there could be some very strong, very grounded, very clear-cut communications between relationships, there's going to be some really strong telling it as it is energies, okay? But again, we're going into that Gemini new moon, and Gemini's really sharp this time around. I'm feeling very sharp energy with Gemini. Now, the planets themselves, not a whole lot. We are still getting into some of those, that downloaded energies. We did have a little bit of a break, but the thing about the planets is they're getting closer into an alignment. It's almost like they're all chit-chatting with each other, and they're trying to figure out, who's going to work best with who and who's not. So let's see what we have here. Let's go on for the universe, to higher power. What do we need to know for the weekend? What's happening for the weekend? And let's see what we have here. We cut it because I like to cut 3 times. And here, 1, 2, and 3. Try to find a spot for me. Okay. So let's see what we've got going here. First card is, the Devil. Face your fears. Face your fears. And this will be totally game-changing energy. Total game-changing. Now, the Devil, 15, 555, change, change, change. Positive, negative, it doesn't matter. It is change. And it can be very disruptive, But the thing is, going along the same old way has been very disruptive in this universe. Kind of just, there's an acceptance here. So you have choices. You can either accept what's going on, you can stay in bondage, or you face your fears. And with facing your fears, you can easily slip out of the chains that bind you. Now, this is more universal energies. And if you look, these chains are something that they could just slip right off their heads if they choose. Sometimes it's the devil, sometimes people would choose the devil they know than the unknown. But the thing about this also is this is not a very positive energy if you decide to stay in this energy per se. It is changing people. It is changing humanity in itself. But there's a lot of options with this one, and one of it is face your fears if they're not as bad as you think they are, and you can slip the chains of bondage. So this weekend has a choice: slip the chains, stay in the chains. Okay, let's see what our next card is. This is Major Arcana. Okay, now reversed. Reverse cards have a little stronger energy, a little more, zap or pay attention to me. So this is the Page of Swords. Now, all of the court cards have like a dual energy. Page's energy is your earth energy. So that's your Capricorn, your Taurus, your Virgo energy. Okay, money, job, career. It can also be your home. Swords energy, and we have Mercury in Taurus, and we also have Venus in Taurus now. So relationships and communication in that earth energy. Now, sword energy is your air energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have Saturn in Aquarius, and that's still playing a lot of havoc. That's still trying to still trying to uncover a lot of secrets to be revealed. But we're also in that Gemini season, and we're about to have that Gemini new moon. So this is making plans, thinking things through, getting news, hearing things, and remember, even in retrograde, we do have a lot of things that come back to us when we're in retrograde. But the Page of Swords is, I'm kind of getting this waiting and seeing. The winds are blowing a little bit. There's some, you can either think of these as some birds or some bugs that are just flying around, but the wind is stirring up. Things are happening. Things are stirring up. They're just not ready to jump into at this time. But the Page of Swords is very wise, is thinking things through. Let's put it that way. Wants to get started, but she knows it's now a waiting game. So the Page of Swords to me is waiting for the opportune moment to make his or her move. Next card here. This is reversed again. This is the Six of Cups. Six of Cups. Now, 6 is the number of man. It's the energy that we put into something. Now, Cups is our water energy. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Remember, Scorpio full moon. Planets are leaving Pisces. I think we still have the one, Neptune, still in Pisces right now. But planets are leaving Pisces to move into some more actionable energies. So things are happening. The thing about this is looking back at life. This is looking back at that nicer, sweeter time. The interesting part with this one is part of this is what keeps us in this, what keeps us locked up, because we keep thinking, oh, things are going to go to a point. Things are going to go back to what, to that sweeter time. Things are not, but that Page of Swords is waiting. That Page of Swords is waiting. So there's a lot of nostalgia with this energy here, a lot of just, thinking back to nicer, sweeter times, except they weren't as nice or as sweet as we thought they were, okay? But the page is waiting. The page is ready. The page is waiting to move on and ready. It all depends on what the universe we choose to do with this energy, with the devil energy. Do we face our fears, or do we just accept what we have to accept? Or not what we have to. Do we accept what, just because it's easier to accept? Interesting stuff here. Interesting stuff. Let's see what Colette Baron Reed, the Good Tarot, has for us. Here we go. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, a lot of that double is, a lot of that is facing fears, and things are skewed. Things are not the way we think that they are. And the thing to remember is when we go with the double energy, when we stay in the double energy, we lose a lot of our humanity. We lose a lot of our compassion and our love, and we tend to say, "Oh, let's stay to the light. I mean, let's stay out of the light. Let's stay in the dark." Dark does not like light. Okay. Good tarot. What higher power? What do we need to know with the good tarot? What do we need to know? Here we go. Let's see. Okay, again, we have that Six of Water. Six of Water is the same as Six of Cups. Longing for, wanting to go back to what we thought was a sweeter time, what we thought was a better time, except that, that old devil card is telling us, it's like, yeah, it does, that devil card has a lot of, trying, remember, the devil card, the devil is the trickster. Is not there might be a grain of truth, uses a grain of truth to create an illusion. And remember, Saturn in Aquarius, illusion versus reality. So there's a lot of validation here. There's a lot of longing. There's a lot of nostalgia here. That page, though, is ready to move on. Just not quite ready enough. Okay? Okay. Interesting stuff here. All right, now, take a moment, please, to like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. The one energy we did not talk about, we talked about earth, air, water. We did not talk about fire, which is our Aries, our Leo, and our Sagittarius. And remember, Jupiter's in Aries, Mars is now in Aries, something else in Aries, I can't remember. But it is all about passion, burning passion, commitment, and really, going after what it is we want to go after. Okay? So, why don't we start our readings now? Hello, my Aries, and how are you doing? Well, Mars is entering back into Aries again, and I know Venus is right here, and then it's going to go off to Taurus. But Mars likes Aries. Aries likes Mars. They are, they are twin, I shouldn't say twins. They are kindred spirits, let's put it that way. And we have that new moon, Gemini, very sharp, very clarifying energy with Gemini new moon. Anyway, let's see, what does higher power have to say for our Aries? What do we have to say, higher power? Definitely wants to clear out the SH double something or other. Wants to clean out a lot of closets. How's that? Clean out a lot of stuff. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 3 cards are face down. Let's see for my Aries. First card is awakening, looking at something differently, but at the same time coming to an acceptance, not necessarily of what's going on, but that you have to wait a little bit, or that things are, maybe not as fast as you would like them to be. Now we have a 12, so we have the 1, new beginning, 10, transition, 2, choices. Add it together, 3, it becomes celebration, it becomes creativity, and also the power of 3. Archangel Gabriel, the divine messenger, so there could be some news coming to you. And it might, when the news comes, it's kind of saying, don't jump into it, but don't jump away from it either. Listen to what's being told to you. Listen to what's being said. Listen to the words, okay? Don't, put the emotion aside and listen to the words. It may not necessarily be what you wanted to hear, but it's really not going to be bad news either. You have to really listen to the words. And part of it is that you might have felt that the message, it wasn't quite what you wanted to hear, but it really isn't a bad message either, okay? So it gives you something to work with. How's that? Okay. Anyway, look at things from a different perspective, a temporary standstill, It's important to be yourself. Your next card is the Ten of Air. So the Ten of Air, so we have that 1-0 energy that I talked about with the 12. Air energy is our sword energy. It is our Aquarius. It is our Gemini energy, and it is our Libra energy. Thoughts, thought processes, hearing news. Again, there's something with hearing news. Now remember, Mercury's in Taurus, so there could be something very close to your heart, close to your home, close to your business, your work, your job, okay? But there's things changing. There are things changing. There is an end to something that's been not necessarily happy or not necessarily positive for you. There are things that are changing. This does have kind of that Wheel of Fortune energy, which is a 10 in the major arcana, but not quite as strong as that, but things are changing. Again, listen to the words. You need to be grounded with this when you hear whatever this word is, what these words are. You have to listen. But the Ten of Air is moving on, something is ending. The end of a difficult situation, embrace the change and expect things to get better now. Recovering from an addiction. Next card is Six of Water. So something's going on with memories. 6, number of man. The energies you put into something. Water is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Fluid and emotional energy. Pisces, I think we just have Neptune in Pisces right now, which is dreamy. We had the full moon, which was in Scorpio. But now we're going into that new moon. This has a lot of nostalgia. This has a lot of thinking back to different times. So whatever this is, it kind of gives you like, oh, do you remember when? Do you remember when? Do you remember when? But remember, Mercury is retrograde. So there will be a lot of that, but there will be a lot of fix-up energy along too. Now the Six of Water is a little bit romanticized. It's not necessarily, it's comforting, but it's not necessarily the truth. Okay, so again, you might need to, think back to the awakening. Think back to the Hanged Man energy where it says, hey, look at things a little differently. Memories from your history or childhood, issues regarding children, romanticizing the past. So it could be that whatever this was, that it's coming to an end in a positive way. Whatever this problem was could be coming to a positive end. But it could also be, because of this card, it could also be, you have to listen to the words and not necessarily romanticize them. Okay? I'm not telling you not to have hope at all, because hope is wonderful, and this has a lot of hope here. It's just, again, I keep hearing, listen to the words. Listen to the words carefully. Okay, let's see. John Holland, Psychic Tarot and Oracle. Okay, oopsie. And that card, right there. Okay, here we go. Let's see. We have that 6 again. That 6 again. Okay, so we have the 6, which is the kind of romanticizing, kind of like, oh, if only, if only. But then we have that 6, and this is all about material and spiritual prosperity. So this is about not just the money coming in, but this is also your connection with higher power getting stronger. So this is saying both of these are very coordinated with each other. Okay, so really, whatever you're putting out there to the higher power, when you're asking, if you're asking for something that, you have to believe, you have to trust, you have to have faith. Okay? Again, material and spiritual prosperity. Okay, let's see what we've got here. What crystal or energy for my Aries we have. Here we go. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Jet. I love obsidian. I love all the black stones. Anyway, absorbs negativity, grounding, financial balance, healing grief. Interesting stuff. Let me know what it is that you're supposed to be listening to the words about. Let me know, my Aries. Anyway, take a moment and like, share, subscribe, click on that bell for notifications. As always, though, my Aries, know that you are loved, stay shining, and be blessed. Bye-bye.